Hi, I'm Victor Brick.
And I'm Lynn Brick.
Welcome to the Road to 100 Fit Tip number 44, Simple Steps to Help Prevent the Spread of Infectious Disease. We thought that with the onset of the cold and flu season, and especially with the concern for the H1N1 swine flu virus, we would discuss some simple steps which will allow you to help prevent the spread of infectious disease both at home and while you're working out at the club. The first thing, and possibly the most important thing to remember, is that you need to wash your hands. And when you wash your hands, you need to do it with a good disinfectant soap, and you need to do it for a full 20 seconds.
And the way you can remember how long 20 seconds is, just sing the happy birthday song to yourself.
The happy birthday song is 20 seconds long. The second thing, when you're working out, we have provided throughout the club hand sanitizers, and you want to use these hand sanitizers. They're alcohol-based. You just put a little bit on your hands and you rub them in, and because they're alcohol-based, they will dry on their own and evaporate on their own, and you won't have to wipe your hands continually with a towel or with a paper towel. The third thing you want to do is avoid as much as possible touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, as these are areas through which germs get into your body. So as much as possible, avoid touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. The fourth thing you want to do is when you sneeze, as much as possible, use a tissue. And if you can't use a tissue, you want to sneeze into your elbow as opposed to sneezing into your hands like we were taught when we were younger. You touch things with your hands and you touch people with your hands, you don't really come into contact much with your elbow, so you would sneeze like this. This is the proper way to help prevent the spread of germs into your elbow. The fifth thing you want to do is to make sure you cover these simple tips with your family so that they know them and they can help prevent the spread of germs both at school or at work, and they are aware of things to do to help to prevent contacting germs and also contaminating others. The sixth thing you want to do is to use the disinfectants that we provide in the clubs, the spray disinfectants and the paper towels, to wipe down the equipment. And the proper way to do it is to spray into the paper towel and to wipe down the equipment so that you protect the equipment that way, as opposed to just spraying the equipment and then wiping it down. And finally, the seventh thing to remember is if you're not feeling well, or if anybody in your family's not feeling well, please stay home. Don't force yourself. Don't try to keep the record intact and never miss a day of work or a day of school, and don't have to stick with your workout and inadvertently bring in germs because you're not feeling well.
I have two more simple tips to help prevent the spread of germs in the club. Avoid sharing personal items such as a water bottle or even a towel. And lastly, another great way to prevent the spread of germs is if you have an open wound or a cut, make sure you cover it with a bandage or Band-Aid, and that will not only protect you but protect other people as well. But I want to give you a few more tips which can help not only prevent the spread of disease but also help improve your general health and well-being during this cold and flu season. Tip number one, make sure you have enough vitamin D. Vitamin D stands for defense, and studies have shown that people that have a vitamin D deficiency are more prone to colds and flu. The next tip is to avoid or completely eliminate sugar from your diet. Why? Because sugar fights your immune system. It prevents your body from doing what it naturally wants to do to help prevent disease. And the last two are very simple. You want to make sure that you get enough sleep. Sleep is essential to help fight disease. And so listen to your body. If your body feels tired, go to bed early or take a nap. And lastly, but certainly not least, you want to decrease stress in your life. Again, stress prevents your body from staying healthy. So there you have it.
What about this?
This is alcohol. You said that alcohol helps prevent the spread of germs.
Whatever.
Well, we close every one of our tips with a corny joke. So the corny joke this week is, what happens to frogs when they're illegally parked? What happens to frogs when they're illegally parked? They get towed. Well, if you'd like more information about this tip or any of our other tips, please log on to brickbodies.com, where you can also click on the link for the text version of this. And if you'd like to forward this to a family member, friend, or coworker, please hit the forward button below. And
until we meet again, see you at 100 years, that is.